We have Dr. Angie Besendorfer from WGU Missouri here. She is the chancellor there, and you're going to tell us about how non-traditional students, adults heading back to school, can really prepare. Make this not just a make this not just a New Year's resolution, but make it stick.
That's right. You know, we have lots of people in Missouri, 750,000 who have started college and didn't finish. And WGU Missouri is that university that's designed for finishing it.
Okay,
it's the time for graduation and get that done and have a better life.
So a lot of people may be wondering, if I was one of those students who started, didn't finish, how do I go about finding out if my credits transfer?
That's a great question. There's a lot of different universities that have different policies. At WGU Missouri, we're a little bit more lenient about transferring in your old credits because of the competency-based learning model that we have.
Okay.
So our students have to prove what they know, learn the rest, so that they master all the content. And so if there's something you needed in a prereq, we know that you'll have to learn it in order to pass that course. So we're not worried about that quite as much.
Okay. And also, of course, the big thing, money, because some people get into it, they're like, this is a great idea, but I don't know if I can afford it.
Right. Cost is a huge consideration when you think about higher education. And so WGU Missouri is a nonprofit university, and we're designed to keep that price low. Our average cost to a degree is $15,000, but more importantly, within 4 years, our graduates are earning $19,100 more than they made before.
Okay.
So the return on investment is huge. The value of a degree really makes a difference in the life of your family.
And while I think a lot of people would see that, you know, no matter what college they go to, how would you recommend that adults, especially those with families, prepare financially to go to WGU? You
know, you have to really think about that. You need to borrow very responsibly. So if you're going to borrow, make sure that you only borrow what you need. You're already living life. Don't borrow for life expenses. Borrow for that tuition. It'll pay off. But you also need to consider how it's going to fit with your life of your family. So how are you going to find the time to study? If you don't have time to study, then don't do it, because it's not going to matter that way. But then the final piece is look for scholarships.
Okay.
So at WGU, we have a New Year's resolution scholarship, a New Year, New You, and it's $2,000, which is really significant when you consider that the cost for attending for a year at WGU is $6,400. That makes a big difference.
That knocks a big chunk out of it. Knocks a huge chunk out of it. What kind of programs do you offer at WGU? You
know, we offer degrees in high workforce need areas, which is really important. Only get a degree in a place where you're going to get a job. And so we do business, IT, education, and health professions.
Okay, all right, because a lot of people are going to want to know, will I be able to find a job once I invest in this degree? And one other thing, I think a lot of people are just kind of concerned about the college experience. Am I going to have fun?
You know, the fun factor is something that you do want to consider. The way that you'll interact with the other students, the way that you'll interact with faculty is really important. At WGU Missouri, you know, it's an online university. And so it's really different though, because it's not alone. So a lot of online universities, as you're at home, you're doing it.
Right.
At WGU, you're going to have a faculty member that's going to call you and be on your team every week, taking care of you,
All right, Doctor, thank you so much for joining us this morning.